Lucifer was not created as an evil being. Quite the opposite. According to the Bible, he was created in perfection. Ezekiel 28:13-15 gives us a glimpse into the majesty that once belonged to him. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. The workmanship of your timbrels and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. His very existence was a symphony of brilliance. Music, light, beauty, and authority radiated from him. He was a worship leader, a guardian, a reflection of God's glory. He held a position of power and prestige in the heavenly hierarchy. As the anointed cherub who covers, Lucifer had access to the throne of God. He walked among the fiery stones, a phrase understood by many scholars to refer to the intimate presence of God. He was not just a servant, he was exalted among the angels. His role was unique and his influence immense. But it was this very exaltation that became the breeding ground for pride. Isaiah 14:12-15 takes us into the mind of Lucifer at the moment of his rebellion. How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How you are cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the mount of the congregation. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. 5 times Lucifer said, I will. And in those declarations, we see the heart of rebellion. He was no longer content to reflect God's glory. He wanted to rival it. The seed of pride grew into a desire to overthrow God himself. The creature began to challenge the Creator. In his heart, Lucifer believed he could rise above the one who made him. This wasn't a momentary lapse in judgment. This was a deliberate uprising. Lucifer's pride blinded him to the reality that no one can contend with God. His wisdom became corrupted because of his splendor. He looked at his beauty and thought himself worthy of worship. Thus, in the courts of heaven, pride was born, and with it, the beginning of sin. Revelation 12:7-9 reveals that Lucifer's rebellion led to an all-out war in heaven. And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. But they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Lucifer did not fall alone. 1/3 of the angels joined his cause, seduced by his lies, intoxicated by his vision of power and independence from God. This army of rebellion dared to challenge the forces of heaven. Led by Michael the archangel, the loyal angels stood against the uprising, and a cosmic battle unlike any other unfolded in the spiritual realm. Though Lucifer had beauty and influence, he lacked what God's angels had: truth, righteousness, and divine authority. He was no match. Defeated and dishonored, Lucifer and his followers were cast out of heaven. This expulsion marked a turning point in the spiritual narrative of the universe. Evil had now taken form. A former angel, once clothed in light, had now become the Prince of Darkness. His name was no longer Lucifer, but Satan, the adversary. Jesus himself witnessed the event. In Luke 10:18, he said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. The fall was immediate and absolute. There was no trial, no second chance. In the holiness of God's presence, rebellion cannot abide. Satan was cast down to earth, not to reign, but to deceive, to roam, and to corrupt. This fall was not just positional, it was transformational. Lucifer's very nature changed. What was once holy became profane. His mission now was to oppose God, to ruin what God created, and to drag as many souls into his judgment as possible. And so the great deceiver entered the stage of human history, not as a myth, but as a real and present enemy of our souls.